Hey, there's Kaya. Little quick video of Kaya exploring the bottom of her cage, or his cage, I'm sorry. What's up, buddy? What are you doing? What are you looking for? So he does hunt down some isopods. He hunts down some dubias when they climb out of his bowl. He's got his old stump, as you can see. It's like an old cypress stump. It's an old cypress stump that is buried. This is about 10, I think it started out, it was like 12 inches of substrate, and it's kind of packed. I set this thing up about a year ago, so it's packed down a little bit, and so he's got about 10 inches to dig in. This piece of cork bark right there actually runs through the back, and it goes down into the substrate, so he actually can go in right there. And then there's another little hole right there you may be able to see, and it also goes down into the ground underneath that stump, and it's kind of, I left it a little hollow when I did that, so that when he goes in, he can kind of dig around under that stump. And he's actually dug a, it's hard to see, but he actually dug a little tunnel right underneath the stump where the plant is. So he enjoys himself. Of course, he's got plenty of basking ledges right under his lights. He has dual staged lighting system. Kicks on at different times of the day so that it kind of simulates the sun coming up. And he's got his old sedge grass that used to be green, but it passed away, and it's perfect. It gives it a real, Australian outback feel. Hey, buddy. What's going on, man? Yep, that's Kaya. And of course, he's got a green plant. The root system kind of goes underneath that stump as well. Plenty of places to kind of climb on. It's got this little water dish, and there's more cork bark back there in the back. Several ledges he kind of wedges in, and of course, this is his favorite spot right there. He actually gets in this cork bark and sleeps. So when the lights go off, or when he wants to take a nap, he actually crawls right up here into this piece of cork bark. It just kind of, it was an accident how I figured that out, but it fits perfectly right there. Just kind of press it, and it kind of stays. See how, and he'll climb in here, and he'll stick his head out right there in that little hole and go to sleep. So, of course, we got dual fans, one pushing in, one pushing out, and I can speed them up, slow them down, or turn them off, kind of regulate temperature in here. It's kind of, ambient temperature. It dropped a little bit when I opened the glass up a few minutes ago, but anyway, that is Kaya, my male Ackie Monitor. Came from Rare Earth. I didn't get him directly from Rare Earth. The person I got him from actually got him from Rare Earth. And he will one day be the mate to my other Ackie, Alkira, who's in a different enclosure. I'm actually building another enclosure that'll be twice the size of this one and hers. Let's see how big it is. that maybe they can both inhabit one day. So yeah, anyway, just a little quick little visit with Kaya. What do you think, dude? What do you think, dude? Let's see if he's gonna jump up in us. Nope. Time to catch some rays. That is one cool little lizard. Hi, dude. Peace. All right, now my female Ackie, she's a lot more responsive. Kaya's like super chill, laid back, eats out of my hand, really soft, walks on my hand. And then Alkira here, who's in a similarly sized custom built enclosure. Both of these are like 5.5, almost 6 feet long, 2 foot deep, 4 foot high. Built in the same way. I bought like outdoor pool cabinets and completely built and customized them from scratch to simulate the outback feel. You clean your glass. So Kaya's got the same setup, which her old sedge plant, I actually pulled it out and she tore it to pieces. So she's got her live plant here. Of course, plenty of cork bark hides. This is her, just like Kim, this is her favorite place. It, you know, she goes in at the bottom down here, works her way up, and kind of just hangs out there. Just fed her a few minutes ago, so she's full. Come on up and say hi, Kaya. I mean, Akira. Come on, come say hi. So yeah, she's got, you know, her, this a little bit zoomed out. Yeah, she's got her, can't really see her well. She's actually a little bigger than Kaya. Very healthy. She works well with me. I don't handle her as much as I do Kaya, and I don't handle either one of them extensively. I've got a lot of reptiles, so I work with all of them, you know, to the point where they are handleable. But then, other than, you know, like my pet bearded dragon, some of my boas, my Euros, they all get really split time. But kind of the same setup. She's got hides, she's got tones, she's got, you know, cork bark. She's got a little water feature, you know, and I'd always stick a... What are you doing? You're gonna nibble my finger? I always stick something in their water bowl, so if a dubia or something gets in there, it can work its way out. Same, like depth. Originally it was about 10-12 inches of substrate. I think it's packed a little bit, and occasionally what I'll do is I'll pull some of the cork bark and the features out and kind of, you know, dig through it, excavate it a little bit, turn it up, kind of maybe move the features around. Like all these cork barks, none of this is really permanent, you know, it's all loose. That way I can change it up, move it around. These are all loose. Even the one she spends most of her time in is basically loose. You know, she's got this stuff, but she doesn't really bask on that piece of driftwood. She will bask there. And same thing, these lights are staged. You know, they come on at a different time. Dual fans, one back there. When she was little, she used to wedge herself in behind that piece of driftwood that looks like a tree and hang out back there, but she can't quite fit anymore, so I see you. She's a beautiful, beautiful red Ackie. really pretty. Hey, what do you want? You've already ate today. They're like, dude, usually you got treats when you open this thing. Tomorrow you get your monthly pinky treat. Once a month, each one of them will get one pinky. So, what you got? I see you. Just like, what is this thing you got pointing at me, dude? Anyway, I spent a lot, ton of time with my Uromastics, who I'm, currently working on breeding, and some of the more, I would say, exotic or less commonly bred Euros, which is my my Flavies, orange banded Euros, which you don't see quite as much as like ornates or some of the other ones in the hobby. I do have 10 eggs from those, and I'm thinking maybe next year putting these two together and just see if we can get a few Ackie babies. I'll never be the breeder that I was years ago when I was breeding just hundreds and hundreds and up to thousands of animals and selling them all over the Gulf Coast. So, but I am gonna, piddle with certain species that I really like, and I love Ackies. Got a little bit of shed right there that hadn't come off, and she is something. All right, Alkira. Peace out.